I've had a case where a child was brought in and his own brother choked the eye with a pen. This is Dr. Derek Abisa once again, and today on our high we want to talk about eye safety and injury prevention. Now the next step we want to talk about is avoiding touching of your eye, frequent touching of your eye. There are people who have a habit of touching their eyes all the time, and most of these people will always come to the hospital with infections. Now you see, bacteria are everywhere in the environment, and as you're walking about, you touch surfaces, you touch people, you greet people, you shake people, you pick up bacteria every time, and you keep touching your eye, you end up infecting your eye. So there are people who come to the hospital with bacterial conjunctivitis and they wonder where they pick the bacteria from. It is all because you've been touching your eye frequently. So avoid frequent eye touch. Now the next tip we want to look at is avoid frequent rubbing of the eye. People say, oh, but my eyes are itching. What do I do? What do I do? Yeah, there's something to do when your eyes are itchy in order not to rub, because frequent rubbing of the eye can have a significant impact on the cornea. And so anytime you feel like your eyes are itching, this is what you do. There's something we call cold compress. You get a clean towel, you soak it in cold water, and then you put on the eye. This should give you some relief. But if you try and you're not getting a relief, you have to visit the clinic, so we'll put you on some medication. But you need to avoid constant rubbing of the eyes. Now the next most important tip we want to talk about is wearing protective glasses or goggles. For those that work in an environment where they can have eye injuries, working with metals, working with chemicals and all. I've had several cases of people coming to me with chemical injuries. You know, they were working with some chemicals and it poured into their eye. And I asked them, where was your safety goggles? And he says, oh, I forgot to wear them. And so wearing safety goggles at the workplace is very important, especially for those of you that are working in environments where your risk of exposing your eye to injuries are high. You wear safety goggles. And then again, for those of us who are so much exposed to the sunlight, the nature of your work requires that you are always outdoors or you are always exposed to UV radiations. It is so important that you have some protective UV wear, what we term photochromic lenses, which are ideal. Don't just go outside and buy any dark glasses. Not all dark glasses have UV protection. Now, the reason you wear sunglasses is number one, to give you comfort. For people who experience what we term photophobia, extreme sensitivity to light, it gives you some comfort. And then again, to prevent UV from accessing your eye. UV is quite harmful, and UV has been found to cause many eye conditions like cataracts, like pterygium, like exposure keratopathies and all. A lot of disease conditions UV can induce. So protecting your eye from UV radiations is very important. So you wear safety glasses when you find yourself outdoors. And then also for those that visit the beach, if you are going to the beach, make sure you have your protective eyeglasses, because you see, UV exposure is more at the beach because of the reflection. As the sun hits the water surface, there is reflection that is coming also towards the eye. So you need protection also when you are going to the beach. Now the next most important thing we also want to look at is, especially for children, to avoid playing with sharp objects. Now, if you're in your home and you have kids, try as much as possible to detach them and to stop them from playing with sharp objects, with knives and with canes and every object that can injure them. I've had a case where a child was brought in and his own brother choked the eye with a pen. And so please ensure that you are stopping your kids anytime you see them playing with objects that are sharp, have pointed objects that can injure them. You take them off from that. The last thing I want to talk about is the inappropriate wear of contact lenses. Now today, contact lenses have become fashion. You know, the young ladies want to wear contacts and, you know, look fashionable. But in wearing contact lenses, you must be very careful that you visit your eye doctor for proper examination and proper training before you use contacts. I've had cases where people came to the clinic with melted corneas, with severe cornea ulcers, and it was as a result of poorly contact lens wear. They didn't know the right way to wear their contact lenses, and so bacteria had access in there and began to eat onto the cornea. So the inappropriate wear of contact lenses must be avoided. Anytime you want to wear contacts, visit your eye doctor and come for clear examination. Thank you. You can post all your questions, relevant questions, on our social media handles, and we will make sure to answer them for you. Thank you.